I'm going to tell you exactly why Islam Makhachev is going to slaughter Charles Oliveira, and more specifically why Islam is going to choke Charles Oliveira absolutely unconscious. But first, we obviously got to break down this matchup that's every grappling fan's wet dream. Here we go. All right, so starting off with Charles Oliveira, the lightweight champ. He has 33 wins, 9 KOs, 21 submissions, fucking absolutely outstanding, and 3 decisions. No one cares about those. And he also has 9 losses, 4 KOs, 3 submissions, and 1 decision. So the submission king has been submitted before. Keep that in mind because that's going to be very important towards the end of this video, which is why you guys are here in the first place. Duh. He's 5'10 with a 74-inch reach. He's obviously the lightweight champion of the world. I really don't care about the whole bullshit scale issue. He's the lightweight champ. He's the best lightweight in the world right now. And he's also on a fucking outstanding 11-fight win streak, most notably against Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson.
Look what's happening here. Oh, he's got him hurt. That's in deep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on, bro.
He has god-tier Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the history of the sport. No question about that. He also has elite striking. He has outstanding technique. He throws elbows. He throws these crazy jumping front kicks to set up these like body lock takedowns. He is outstanding. He has calf kicks. He does spinning wheel kicks to the body. He also has outstanding knees in the clinch. He forces his opponents to fight at a pace they're not familiar with, forces them to fight with their emotions, forces them to swing wildly, forces them to swing so wildly they become off balance like that in that Justin Gaethje fight. He forces the worst fight out of you possible and gets your adrenaline built up, which can eventually lead to you gassing out in that fight. And the cardio aspect of this fight is going to be very important, and that's a big factor as to why Charles Oliveira is going to get submitted by Islam Makhachev. And if you want to know exactly why that's going to happen, stick around because it's coming up in just a minute. Trust me, it's a fucking good point, and you guys are all missing it. No one's talking about this point. All right, now we're going into Islam Makhachev. This guy, he has 22 wins, 4 KOs, 10 submissions, 8 decisions. He has a crazy amount of submissions too that no one talks about. And he also has 1 loss in his record. He got clipped by a beautiful hook that knocked him out.
Oh! Big shot by Martins. It is all over.
He's 5'10 with a 70-inch reach, so Charles Oliveira has a 4-inch reach advantage on him. He has godlike wrestling, godlike grappling, godlike sambo. He comes from the Habib Dagestan, aka Daniel Cormier family. He's a great kickboxer. No one really talks about his kickboxing. He doesn't get hit. This guy, his significant strikes absorbed per minute is 0.84. But fuck Islam's striking. The reason why he's so good is because of his grappling. He has excellent timing on his single legs. He has excellent timing on his blast doubles. He has ridiculous trips within the clinch. He can hip toss you. He can do literally whatever he wants to you, and he doesn't have the most devastating ground and pound, but don't get it twisted, he can still finish you on the ground. Look what he did to Bobby Green. I don't know why I keep saying Bobby Lee, the fucking Asian comedian guy.
Virtually identical.
So now we're getting into the gravy. Now we're getting into the good shit that we all want to talk about. Why Charles Oliveira is going to get absolutely submitted and absolutely slaughtered in this fight. Have you guys watched the Kevin Lee fight? Have you guys watched the Kevin Lee fight? Am I the only one that's watched the Kevin Lee fight? Kevin Lee was taking Charles Oliveira down. Charles Oliveira was threatening shit off of his back, but Kevin Lee's taking Charles Oliveira down. Islam Makhachev is fighting Charles Oliveira. Islam Makhachev is one of the best grapplers in the sport right now. What do you think is going to happen? And guys, you just got to look at the way that fight ended. Kevin Lee was winning that fight. Arguably, he was definitely winning that second round when he was taking down Charles Oliveira, and Charles Oliveira was visibly slowing down. Michael Bisping even addressed it exactly himself.
Oliveira slowed down a little bit as well. If you see the movement and the submission attempts, it's not like he was in the first round. You know, that does require a lot of energy.
And the way that fight ended, Kevin Lee just entered in with a sloppy single leg attempt, and Charles Oliveira wrapped up his neck and choked him out. And the reason why he had that sloppy single leg takedown is because he was gassing out. Islam Makhachev will not gas out. Islam Makhachev has the most underrated cardio in the entire UFC. That's a fact. I don't care what anyone says. In order to have a game plan to grapple for 25 minutes, to come from the Dagestan mountains, to come from that really crazy training methods that the Habib team, the AKA guys go through, you got to have some crazy elite cardio. Habib was known to have one of the best cardio tanks in the entire UFC. Look what he was able to do. He was able to shoot on guys 1,000 times until he was able to take them down and submit them and just smother them and smash them. Islam Makhachev is the exact same guy when it comes to the mindset, the cardio, the grappling, all that kind of shit.
I'm coming for take this belt and keep this belt many years.
And also the thing with Charles Oliveira, he's not gonna be able to slip through the cracks against Islam Makhachev. He's able to slip through the cracks against Chandler, Poirier, Gaethje. If Islam Makhachev drops Charles Oliveira, he's fucking gonna eat him alive on the ground. He doesn't care about Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu. And also another thing with Charles Oliveira has had favorable matchups in his title reign. Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, these guys are not guys that are gonna really challenge Charles Oliveira at all in the grappling department. They're gonna avoid the grappling department with Charles Oliveira. But the thing with Islam Makhachev, this guy's gonna own Charles Oliveira in the grappling department, in my opinion. That's just the way it's always gonna be when it comes to a Sambo world champion against a jiu-jitsu world champion. That's just always gonna be in my opinion. I'm saying Islam Makhachev is gonna shoot in for the takedown within the first 20 seconds. Bet your life on that. Bet your life savings on that. This isn't gambling advice, but bet your life savings on that. So basically what I see happening in this fight, I see, you know, Charles Oliveira putting that forward pressure on Islam Makhachev, taking Charles Oliveira down, controlling Charles Oliveira on the ground, and just gassing Charles Oliveira out for as long as it takes. It could be 4 rounds, it could be 3 rounds, it could be 1 round. It doesn't matter. I think Charles Oliveira is going to get taken down. I don't think his jiu-jitsu is going to be effective at all against Islam Makhachev. Sure, in the first couple rounds at most, he's going to throw up, you know, the triangles, the arm bars, all those kind of threats off of his back, but eventually he's going to gas out, because when you're flat on your back and you can't move and you're stuck in like that half guard position where you're just fully controlled by Islam Makhachev, I think it's going to exhaust Charles Oliveira, and I think Islam Makhachev will set up Charles Oliveira with strikes, make him vulnerable. I think Charles Oliveira might even give up his back, and will lead to Islam Makhachev securing the rear naked choke and choking Charles Oliveira unconscious. And another fight that's coming up is Israel Adesanya against Alex Pereira, two of the best strikers in the UFC right now. This is a grudge match. Alex Pereira is coming, literally followed over into MMA to chase Israel Adesanya, to beat him for the 3rd time, to take his belt, to take his soul. This fight is going to be absolutely crazy. Everyone is doubting Israel Adesanya in this fight but me. Click this video to find out why Israel Adesanya is going to absolutely murder Alex Pereira. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.